everyone, I'm going to read a story today that's suitable for EYFS and also Key Stage 1, and then at the end of the video talk about an activity that your child could do after they've heard the story. The book I'm going to read today is Shark in the Park by Nick Sharratt. Down at the park, a little boy is testing out his brand new toy. Timothy Pope is looking through his telescope. He looks at the sky, he looks at the ground, he looks left and right, he looks all around. And this is what he sees. What a nasty surprise! In his loudest voice, Timothy cries, "There's a shark in the park!" A shark? Fancy that! It's only a cat. Meow! Timothy Pope looks again through his telescope. He looks at the sky, he looks at the ground, he looks left and right, and he looks all around. And this is what he sees. What a terrible sight! Timothy yells with all his might, "There's a shark in the park!" A shark? Oh no, it's just a crow. Caw, caw. Timothy Pope has one more look through his telescope. He looks at the sky, he looks at the ground, he looks left and right, he looks all around, and this is what he sees. Tim's not in any doubt. What do you think he's about to shout? "There's a shark in the park!" A shark? No, it's not. And aren't you glad? As a matter of fact, it's Timothy's dad. It's time to go home, Timothy. Quack! Timothy Pope says, "It's safe to say there are no sharks in the park today." And then before I shut the book, I hope you and your child enjoyed listening to that story. It's definitely one that's always been popular in my classroom, and it's a great one to listen to again and encourage your child to join in with some of the repeated phrases like, "There's a shark in the park." Now I've got an activity to show you now that's nice to follow on from that story, and that is to ask your child to have a go at making their own telescope so they can be like Timothy Pope. So for this activity you need a kitchen roll tube or a toilet roll tube, or even just a piece of card or paper and just roll it round to make a tube shape, and also some felt tip pens. So what I've done with my tube is I've started to decorate it. So you ask your child to decorate their telescope. I've just started doing some patterns on mine, but you could ask your child to do some different shapes, maybe link it to what they've been doing in maths. So could they do you a large square or a small rectangle, or also bring in some colour recognition for younger children? So could you do a green triangle? You could also ask your child to do a repeating pattern. So a repeating pattern, for instance, could go circle, square, circle, square. You could also do things like zigzags and lines and swirls. And then when your child has made their telescope, they can have a look through their scope around the house and outside in the garden maybe to see what they can see. Have fun! A brick wall, a wooden fence, green grass, tree branches, TV aerial, a chimney, a window,